So when I was 20 years old, I decided to drop out of college and pursue this thing called high ticket sales. It's a lot more popular now than it was back then. And although I went from dropping out of college and working at a restaurant to making over $30,000 to $40,000 a month in pure commissions within 6 months of doing this industry, I made pretty much every mistake in the book that you could make. So if you're looking to get in this industry or already in this industry and want to do it the right way, I'm going to break down every single mistake that I made and kind of tell you guys what I would do to fast track my success if you guys are actually serious about starting high ticket sales. If you guys don't know what high ticket sales is already, it's basically working for some of these influencers that sell courses and mentorships and products online. And you start to work for them as a sales rep because they don't have enough time to call all the leads that want to buy their product. And then you get a commission on everything you sell. So obviously to do high ticket sales, you have to work for an influencer or an online business owner. So there's hundreds of different niches out there, right? There's fitness influencers, there's business influencers, there's a ton of different influencers out there. So make sure you guys work with a niche that you guys already kind of know the language of. If you're super into fitness, I would recommend working for a fitness influencer. If you're super into tech, I would work for an AI influencer. Just there's a billion different niches out there. So make sure to pick a niche that you are a similar demographic to or you resonate with. I actually got lucky. The first offer I ever worked for was a clothing brand mentorship. So this was a kid that would post content about his clothing brand, and he would basically teach up and coming kids how to start a clothing brand the right way, how to market it, how to do designs, pretty much everything from A to Z. So it was a super cool niche that I was interested in as well. As I kept doing high ticket sales, I started to work for people that were drop shipping coaching for 50-year-old women and just stuff that I wasn't super interested in. So make sure that whatever niche that you choose is something that you're interested in and want to stick with long term. A great way to find these influencers is, let's just use the clothing brand niche as an example. You can go to YouTube and search up how to start a clothing brand in 2025. You'll basically come across a bunch of influencers that are posting content about how to start a clothing brand, and most likely they're probably starting a mentorship on it or something like that, and you could DM those people on Instagram to become a sales rep for them. This works for any niche. I've seen people sell courses on how to start a farm. I've seen people sell courses on how to start ice skating, like literally anything from A to Z. There's like a million niches. The second mistake I made was that I learned sales the wrong way first, and then I had to unlearn it and then relearn it the right way. So if you're gonna get into high ticket sales, learn it the right way one time so that you don't have to like untrain yourself, if that makes sense. I didn't really have a mentor when I first started high ticket sales. I just kind of jumped straight into it. And the mistake that was that I just kind of looked up online like any sort of sales script. So I started using some random sales script I found online and just kind of like putting my own twist on it, thinking that I knew better than the professionals that did this full time. And this definitely cost me a lot of money. I definitely lost a lot of money doing this. So I recommend learning it the right way once. There are hundreds of people that do high ticket sales that have made millions in high ticket sales that know exactly what to do on these calls. It'd be stupid of you to think that you know better than the people that have already gotten to where you want to go. Learn it the right way from someone that's already done it, and you're going to find yourself in a lot better position. There's a bunch of different ways to sell. So just find someone that you personally resonate with, that you enjoy their story, you enjoy their come up, and learn from those people. I have a completely free high ticket sales Discord where I have a bunch of resources and stuff. I'm going to give you guys my exact script that I use to close over $400,000 in a single month, literally word for word, the exact script that I use. I'm going to link it down below in my free high ticket sales community. So if you guys want that completely for free, just click the link down below, learn it right one time, and you'll never have to unlearn it, because that definitely cost me like about a month of sales from just trying to do it on my own. And this kind of goes into the next mistake I made, that I was trying to reinvent the wheel. Don't ever try to reinvent the wheel in sales. There are already hundreds of thousands of people that have done what you are trying to do better than you, okay? So don't just try to sit there and try to figure out on your own how to do it the right way. Let's just say you get hired for a fitness influencer, okay? Let's just say you outreach 50 different influencers, you finally get hired on a position. The first thing that you should do is you should go to the top performing sales rep on that offer and you should give them a call. All right, that's the first thing that I did when I got hired. I see you're closing $200,000 a month. How do you do it? Is there any way I could see some live call recordings? What script are you using? And just look at what that person is doing, because no matter what you've learned, whatever that person is doing for that specific job offer is working. Just reach out to those people. They're going to be friendly with you. These people are going to want to help you out. If you're just a normal person and you're just trying to learn, anyone wants to help you out. Look at what's working for that person. Look at their scripts, look at their call recordings, and just replicate exactly what they're doing. And then over time, you're going to put your own twist on it, figure out what they did good, what they did bad, how you can improve, and just look exactly what's already working and just replicate that. That's exactly what I did to go from literally zero experience in sales to making over $30,000 a month within 6 months. Is I just looked at what the top performers were doing and just copied them. Like, that's all you have to do is just copy them and find kind of your edge. There's a high ticket sales rep that's super, super good, but their background isn't that good, right? So all you have to do is just replicate their exact scripts, replicate everything that they're doing, but then get a better background, or just kind of find your competitive advantage to be able to become that number one rep So first things first is just copy what they do more volume than them, find kind of your edge, and then just implement it. Another mistake that I made hugely, which I really regret, is record every single one of your sales calls ever, okay? There's a ton of different AI softwares that you could literally input your exact sales call recordings into, and it'll tell you what you need to fix, whether it's your tonality, whether it's your objection handling, anything. And that's the quickest way to get better as soon as possible, is recording every single one of your calls and just figuring out what part you did good, what part you could do better on, and just making those mistakes and fixing it as soon as possible. After doing like 100, 200 calls recorded, you know exactly what you can do better to get more deals closed. Another mistake that I made that is super easy to make, and a lot of closers do right now, is over-promising results, okay? So if you're a closer selling for a fitness program, you never want to tell these people like, oh yeah, you're guaranteed to lose 30 pounds within the next 2 months, because the reality of it is stretching truth just ruins authenticity. Because at the end of the day, real commissions and real sales reps, they make money from trust, right? If you can have more trust, if they trust you more than any other person on the internet, they're going to go with you, right? Rather than someone that's just guaranteeing they're going to be jacked and have a 6-pack in 2 months. Like that's just not realistic. So as long as you can tell these people, like, we can't sit here and guarantee you that you're going to do the work and put in everything you need to do to get to that point, but we can give you every single tool, every single part of the process that you need, that other people that are in your exact same shoes did to lose that weight. We can give you every part of the process. We can't guarantee that you're going to commit. Saying stuff like that is 10 times more trustworthy than just guaranteeing that they're going to lose all the weight within 3 weeks, right? So honesty and authenticity builds trust 10 times faster than guarantees or results will. So this kind of goes into another mistake, is don't try to close everyone. You should never be chasing prospects. You're not trying to close every person. You're trying to close the people that are ready to change. Sales necessarily isn't always about collecting the cash. It's about convincing these people that they're ready to change. That's the biggest thing. Because if someone's not ready to change, then they're probably not the best fit for the program. But someone that's fully ready and fully committed to make a change in their life, that's going to be the easiest sale you'll make. You're trying to qualify them and see who's a good fit for the actual program to see if you can even help them. And in the script that I give you guys down below, that's kind of like the whole tactic that I use. I just ask certain questions instead of just telling these people what they want to hear. And then another mistake that I made was talking way too much. I thought that being a smooth talker was kind of like the best way to close. Honestly, the best closers are introverts. They ask the right questions, they shut up, and they let the prospects sell themselves into the program. People buy when they trust you and they feel understood. That's like the biggest thing, not when they're like impressed by how smooth you are at pitching them, right? They just want to feel heard, they want to feel understood, and if it makes sense, then they'll purchase. Best closer I ever met was probably the last person in the room you thought would be a good closer, but he closed a disgusting amount of money every single month. And the reason was because he was such an introvert that it was like, he probably let the prospect do 90% of the talking on the call, but he closed like 80% of his deals. He made these people feel so understood that they trusted him so much that he almost closed every deal. Also, another mistake that I first made, I only made this mistake for like the first 2 weeks, was sounding too professional. People buy from people. So anyone that's super professional, I even see some gurus on here that are like totally putting on a facade for their high ticket sales stuff. And it's just so obvious that that's not who they actually are as a person. And being that is probably the quickest way to destroy trust. Like at this point, everyone online can see authenticity. Like they can see through the fluff. If you're sounding like a complete robot, you have no personality, you're saying the same thing every single sales call, it's gonna be pretty tough for you to connect with them as a human, right? So the second that I started talking like myself on these sales calls, the second my commissions almost doubled. Like I was reading from a script for the first like 2.5 weeks, and I was like, all right, something has to change. Like I'm getting the same objections every time. And once I just started literally talking to them like I normally talk to my friends or anything else, I started to get a lot more deals closed. And this almost sounds so obvious. It's like just talk to them like a normal person. But when you pick up the phone, it's almost like human nature to put on like a weird sort of facade, because that's kind of what we've been taught in school and stuff like that, is like you want to sound professional, this and that. Which you do, but you also want to be human. Like you have to be adaptable so that whatever person is across the phone from you, they feel comfortable, they feel understood talking to you as a person, rather than just like you trying to get a quick commission off them. Another piece of advice is when you're looking for a job opportunity, find one job opportunity that you're going to stick with for the long run. I wouldn't try to find 50 different influencers. I wouldn't offer hop. I would find one person that you really resonate with online. I'd find one influencer that you really resonate with and really try to get on their team as a closer or setter. Having one offer is really gonna allow you to double down on like speaking the language and actually resonating with the team culturally, and growing with those people is gonna give you a lot more leverage than just like having 2 or 3 different offers that you're making a little bit from each. I would just double down on one single offer, find someone that you really resonate with, and just work for them full time. And then the last mistake that I'm gonna give you guys is that a lot of people make, I actually didn't make this mistake, and I feel like this is why I saw success really quickly, is that A lot of people don't treat this like a profession. They treat this like a side hustle. They treat this like a little online business model. But at the end of the day, if you treat this like a profession, it will make you life-changing money. I'm an exact example of it. I have 450 students in my program that are an example of it. When you start treating high-ticket sales like a real job, like a real career path, you can make so much money, make doctor money in this industry if you play it the right way. I'm literally a dumbass kid that dropped out of college from South Carolina, and I was able to make over $30,000 to $40,000 per month in pure commissions after 6 months of finding out about this industry. I've also tracked this entire journey, so you can go to the bottom of my YouTube and watch all my videos. I literally tracked it. I'm sure you could do that with other business models, but this is one of those ones that it's like it can happen really, really quickly, and it doesn't require a ton of money up front. Treat this like a real thing. Actually give an effort to learn it the right way. Network with different influencers, find a good job opportunity, and you'd be amazed at how much money you can make really, really quickly. I'm working with some of the biggest people in the space for the past year and a half. I've created a pretty big network of influencers that are constantly looking for sales reps. So you guys want one-to-one trainings to learn high-ticket sales the right way, and also get access to a job board with over 160 influencers posting job opportunities for high-ticket sales per month. Click the link down below. We've helped over 450 students quit their 9-to-5 and do this full time. You guys can check out some of the testimonials we had. But understand that this is a full-time thing. You can't just half-ass do this. You have to commit like 3 to 6 hours every single day, grind this out, script work, do call reviews. It's not super easy, but it could be better than what you're doing right now for work. So if you're looking for something completely remote, click the second link down below. I have like a bunch of info on it. Hopefully this will help you guys navigate the high-ticket sales industry and avoid some mistakes that I made and make as much commission as humanly possible. So thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the other videos on my channel. I have like a free 2-hour high ticket sales course too as well. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and sub if you guys want more high ticket sales content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.